Okay, guess we want to go slow today. We live.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We live, baby. We live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. We might as well go ahead kick it off, man. Yo, welcome to the Man Gone podcast. You already know who I be. I be the humble king. You already know who that be. That be Mr. Fat Boy Chronicles himself.
For show.
For sure. Man, before we step into our topic, man, I want to say peace and love to everybody that's watching, man, and peace and love to everybody that's coming in, joining, man. Feel free to like and comment and share. About to say, feel free to leave your comments on this topic today, man. But today, man, I want to talk about, I want to dig a little deep, man, because, I want to talk about the healing process amongst men and women. When I mean by healing process, man, and I mean by healing, like after like after a breakup or after a trauma and everything, man. Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of going through it myself a little bit, man. As far as the breakup part, because
Okay.
I'm about to say, I'm keep it real with y'all, man. I've been in a relationship for a long time, man. I'm about to say I ain't gonna say no names because I'm keep it out of respect. But if y'all follow me on Facebook, man, then you already know what talking about. So we've been together. I'm about to say we've been together a long time, man. And as a man, and me being a good guy, man. I'm thinking we doing everything by the books and everything, man. And there comes a time where as a human, I had to come to it like a understanding. I had to come to like an understanding, like, man, it's like people come and go, man. But it's not like, but I'm about to say, it ain't nothing like having that one person that you can go, you can go to, man, and talk to about anything, man. And once you lose that person, man, it's kind of hard to get over. So
Right.
I want to know how. I want to know how. Why does it take a man so long to heal versus why does it take a versus why it takes a woman so long to heal? Because in my opinion, man, after a breakup, I always say that, man, it's easy for the woman to move on and find another man, where the man has to sit down, reevaluate, literally had to pandament his thoughts before he even steps out and date again, man. I want to know, like, how do people cope with it, or how do people like deal with that type of thing?
Ah ha ha. Yeah. So we gonna get into it, pimp player. We gonna get into it, player to player, pimp to pimp. Before I get started though, I gotta show off wifey cups real quick. Wifey making these
Yeah,
beautiful
definitely got to
cups,
say it. Watch it up.
beautiful cups, bedazzled. Gotta show off the cups. Shout out to wifey. Get at her, Miss Lady Johnson. Get at her. Facebook. Hit her up. Uh, I'm glad we having this conversation because I feel like it's a great conversation. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It depends on the person. It depends on the person, and it depends on how long you can process things and how long you can deal with things. I'm gonna just say for me, when I gotten out of relationships or um when I stopped dealing with a female, I'm sorry, excuse me, not a female, a woman. When I stopped dealing with a woman, it was not that hard for me. And that ain't to say like I'm some like dude that just don't have feelings or nothing like that. Like I felt a way, but also in the same breath, I was also like, okay, it's over. It is what it is. I'm gonna move on. But one thing I did before that, before I started realizing like it's over, I'm moving on, was the fact that I would use sex as an emotional thing to deal with, the breakup and different things. So I would get up under another woman, or I would get up in, like, I would jump into a whole nother relationship. Those are all bad moves if you're trying to move on from the person that you're trying to move on from. And if you're trying to heal, those are all bad moves. The best
Oh, yeah.
move, the best thing to do when you're leaving a situation is to cut off ties with that person. It don't There is no length of time for you to process what you going through and how you deal with the situation.
Especially, I better say,
Um
man, especially amongst men, because I've been doing my research too, and they say it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's easy,
mhm.
sometimes it's hard. I agree, man, because they say
Yeah,
like I
Goldie,
did some,
that's a that's a
I did some.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
bro. I'm
bro.
sorry.
I about to say I had did some research and whatever, man. It say far as men, it says there's no time frame for a man to heal from a breakup. It can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months. I agree. I'm about to say I agree with that, man, because as a man, I'm about to say I'm about to say, man, it's hard for us to express how we feel, man, because
Mhm.
we don't have the resources, that the man that a woman has. A woman has plenty of resources. She
Mhm.
has a family. I'm about to say, of course, she has a family. She has a friend. I'm about to say she has her friends. A woman always has somebody to go to. They have therapy. I'm about to say, man, they got these group chats that they can go to, man, and talk to people, man.
Mhm.
Get over that breakup, man. Or man, it's always another. I'm about to say, man, it's always another nigga on the sideline waiting to creep in too. So it depends. I'm about to say, man. I say, man, it's like easy. It's easy for a woman to move on and find another versus a man that had to like cope with his thoughts before he like step out and date again.
I disagree with you, bro. I'm
How
gonna
you
tell
say
you.
that?
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you. Because women go through it too. They might not show, and they might not give you that inkling, like, oh, they're not going through it. I can guarantee you, any relationship that you've been in, or you've had to leave a situation with a woman, or whatever the case is, or whoever you're with. It don't necessarily got to be a woman. It's whoever you're with. If you have to leave your significant other and they have to leave you too, especially if y'all, let's say y'all were on good terms, but maybe the other person had to move out of town or something, or some circumstance caused y'all not to be together anymore.
Oh yeah,
That
definitely.
woman is gonna feel something too. Don't ever think that a woman don't go through the process as well. What happens is men and women go through the process, but their solution to that process is to get up under somebody else. And that is the worst thing that you can do. 90% of the time, a person that's healing, a person that needs to heal will get under somebody else to fill that void. Mostly men do this. And I'm not saying women don't, but mostly men, and I'm speaking for men because I am a man.
Mm-hmm.
So we will get up under a woman. I can tell you right now from personal experience, I have broken up with somebody. I was heartbroken. I was hurt. I was mad. But I had to chalk it up and take it on the chin. And I was like, man, flip that. I'm finna go to the next one. But then the next one don't fill that void. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep going through that process. You just
There
keep
you
going
go,
through
bro,
that.
man. Cause it's like, man, that
Mm-hmm.
one that you did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once you up all in it, man, then it's like you start getting them thoughts back. Like, damn, man, is she
Yeah.
not like? Say she not like. I about to say she not like this one, man. And then all them
Mm-hmm.
thoughts come back, man. Cause I already know, man. Like most men there today hurry up and try to jump into that, like try to jump in bed with another woman, man,
Mm-hmm.
trying to erase that thought, man, which is I
Mm-hmm.
about to say it's not easy. And I about to say I wish men had more, resources to, so they could talk it out. Cause man, it's kind of hard, especially for a good dude. Like I'm gonna break it down, man. Like, especially for a good dude, like good dudes like myself, man, good dudes that
Mm-hmm.
that did everything by the books, did I about to say put in 110%, man, and then just all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, just ready for all of it to end, man. I'm about to say it takes time to heal from that shit, man, because you feel like you put your all and you about to say you put your all into the relationship, man. You feel like it went down the drain. Like
And
that's
I
what
get
that's what. that's why I say when a man, that's when the man and the heart
Mm-hmm.
comes in there, man. Because it's like I always say, like your man, your man is telling you, like, yeah, man, you gotta accept the fact. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Like when me and my ex broke up, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not one of them exes, that's gonna sit up there. And I heard this on the news, man. Like this ex got so mad at that, like this dude got so mad at his ex that she ended up burning, and he ended up burning her crib down because he didn't want her to talk. He didn't want his ex to talk to no other men. I don't want it to get to that point, bro, man. First of all, once we break up, man, I want to see. I'm about to say, man, I want to see the other person happy, man. I want to see you strive. I want to see you do. I want to see you do better, man. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
you. I want to see you be happy. Like once a relationship in, man, like I end all my relationship on good terms, man, because life is too short, man, to be going like wishing bitterness on everybody, man. Like I really want that person to, like be happy, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time though, man, it's like this motherfucker right here, your heart gets right there in the way of
Mm-hmm.
you thinking, like, man, I accept the fact that that we know more, man. I hope you do, and I do wish you the best. But then
Mm-hmm.
this motherfucker right here, it starts to interfere. Like, nah, man, you did this, you did that, man. You gave your all to this girl, man. Fight for it back. And I'm gonna play a clip after this, man. After you done talking, man, because this I
Mm-hmm.
want to say, man, Chris Rock and this pastor, they said the best, man. And I also wanted to read. Like, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
let you go and hit your feedback, bro, man, because I also wanted to read like what they was telling, what, because I got a Reddit account too, man. We was talking about this too, and I
Yeah.
wanted to read what it said.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna just go off of my personal experiences, man. Like,
Right.
uh, I'm gonna say for my relationship now, it took me about a good year and a half to fully purge myself of the last person that I was with. The reason I say a year and a half is because the person I was with them for a very long extended time. Like I was with them for like 4 or 5 years. When you with somebody that long, it's a lot of ups and downs and emotional roller coasters and a lot of feelings that have to be processed and different things of that nature. Also,
Mhm.
my family suggested that I just go ahead and take my time with that because of the simple fact of I needed to heal. I needed to figure out who I was as a person because
Yes.
what I would do is I would jump into a whole nother relationship or a whole nother sexual partner, which is
Mm-hmm.
not healing. That is the most damaging thing you can do because it's gonna leave you unfulfilled. It's gonna make you feel like that you're fulfilled, but when you go home at night and when you sitting there by yourself, that's gonna make you. It's gonna make you even more sad because it's gonna make you like, damn, am I all? Is that all I am? Is like some ass or some, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that all? And it's not gonna fulfill you. But what does fulfill you is doing the work, doing the processing, going through the grieving process. Yes, it is a grieving process when you end a relationship. Not
Oh
grieving in
yeah.
the terms of a death, but really, I guess you could call it a death because it's the end of something. So it's the death of that relationship, but it's the metamorphosis of you going into something else totally different. But you have to do the work. You got to do healing. Like, I'm going to tell you what it is for me, bro. And then I'm going to let you go ahead.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, bro.
My process was I had to deal with my inner child, my inner
Yeah.
feelings of things that went on with me as a child. That's a lot of work that needs to be done amongst young folks and even grown people is they don't deal with that inner child. A lot of us are battling demons and not necessarily the demons, but enter that inner child demon that you never dealt with, that you never got over, that you never, like that one girl that rejected you. So you were like, F women, I'm just gonna treat them bad all the rest of my days. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with that. I had to process that. I had to figure that out. I
And
had
that,
to
and
make sure that I was healed for the next woman to come in and be able to not only love me, but I can love her in the same process. Was I completely healed? No. Did I need a little more healing? Yes. But when I got in the relationship, I felt like I was more ready at that time than I had ever been because I went through a lot of processing and figuring out who I was as a man and my position as a man. So that's a whole nother thing too. Like we have to go through that grieving process. We gotta, that's why I said when you break up with somebody, erase everything. If you got pictures in that mug, throw that out. Get it out. If you got a phone number, get it out. Get rid of anything that reminds you of that past, because all you're gonna do is sit in it.
You I about to say, man, you definitely right on that one, bro, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard, as a man. I about to say, as a good man, it's hard to get rid of that. It's hard to get rid of that past, man, because all you gonna think about is all the good memories you had. But at the same, I about to say, but at the same time, though, man, we come to accept, that everything. I'm about to say everything is over, man. For me, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro, man. Like a couple of relationships I've been in, even the one I just got in, bro, man. I'm about to say like I fully, like, don't get me wrong, I fully accept the fact that that we know more, man. But it takes a lot longer. It takes a lot longer to heal for me, man, because we ain't got the resources, like talk it out like we doing right now. Like we don't got the resources, like you can't go to your homeboys and tell them like, yeah, man, my girl just broke up with me, man. I'm about to say you can't go to your homeboys with that type of conversation because 9 times out of 10 they either gonna clown you. I'm about to say they're gonna say something. I'm about to say, or either they plot. I'm about to say either they plotting. Man, I don't know what happened to you. Oh, there you
I'm here.
go. Yeah, man, I'm about to say that's why I said it takes so long, man. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to play this. I wanted to play this clip too because Chris Rock said something and it made a lot of sense. I hope I saved it. I
Okay,
was just,
let's hear
I
it.
about to say, yeah, I was just looking at it. He was talking about, man, look, and he said it best. There you go. Here you go. Children and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under a condition. Yes, accept your man. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under a condition that he provides. There you go. Did you hear what he said?
He said, "Men and women, children,
He
and
said,
dogs are the only ones that are loved unconditionally. Men are
he said,
only loved under the condition of what they can do."
I'm about to say, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a lot. And then I'm about to say, that's when the whole,
You believe that though, bro?
you said what?
You believe that that children, women, and dogs are the only ones that are loved unconditionally?
And as for a certain extent, bro, yes, I do believe it.
Why you believe that?
Because I about to say, man, I got my reasons, man, because it's like,
That's why we here, bro. Let's talk about it.
I about to say, man, it's like the focus is more on the one. It's like the focus now is more on the woman and the children than it is the man.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the man gotta, when a woman. I about to say, when a woman feelings gets hurt, they're quick. I about to say everybody's quick to tension that woman. When a child's feelings get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
everybody quick to tend to that child. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to a man, it's always you gotta. You gotta deal. I'm about to say you gotta deal with it. Tough it up. You a man. Chin up. I'm about to say, man, that shit ain't easy. I'm about to say that shit ain't easy, man.
Okay, I see what you're saying. To an extent, I agree with you. But I'm gonna say this: in a way, you do make a lot of sense because I have seen that. I have literally seen a dog, a child get loved unconditionally, a woman as well. But I've also seen women love unconditionally all of those and their man. I've seen that. So in some ways you are correct. A lot of times in this society, I'm gonna put it in this society. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you are absolutely correct. There are times where women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally,
Oh yeah.
but men are only loved on the condition of what they can do. That is very true in this society because a lot of times the women in this society, a lot of times, not all women, but there are a nice amount who basically,
Yeah, you sure? I about to say, yeah, you sure right, bro.
yeah, who basically, um, those men are loved unconditionally, but in this society, because of the young ladies out here and the different things, and the women putting a lot of emphasis into these young women of get yours, and if you get a man, get what you can, and do all of that is where the man is
Exactly.
not loved unconditionally anymore.
No, bro,
But
and I'm gonna say, and it happens, and it's happening amongst the good dudes, man. And y'all about to say, I see it right now, and I see it right now in this, and you know, in this era, man. You know,
mhm,
in my opinion, man, I don't think women appreciate a good man.
mm,
What I mean by appreciate a good man, you know, you do everything by the books, man. You know, you go to work, you provide. I'm about to say, you do everything by the fucking books, bro, man. And nowadays, man, women, you know, consider them. I hate to say it, man. Consider them simps, because you know, you
mhm,
like, oh man, I got this nigga. I'm about to say, oh man, I got this nigga. He doing anything for me, man. You know, in today's generation, man, that's kind of weird to them,
mhm,
cause they, I'm about to say, cause they so used to, you know, dealing with these crash out niggas, man, that when they get a good dude in their face, man, the first thing they want to do, man, you know, they'll lead you along, they'll go for the ride for a long period, short period of time. Sometimes a long period of time, and then it gets to that point where they like, okay, it's time for I about to say it's time for us to move on, man. I think you know,
mm,
I about to say, man, we grew apart, man. Time for us to move on, man. And it's like, it's why I say, like, man, it's easy for a woman to heal from a breakup than
mm.
from a man. Cause I say a woman, it don't take. I about to say a woman, it don't take them no time to find a new. I about to say find a new dude for them to fall in love with. Versus a
But is
man,
that
like he,
healthy, bro? I hear what you're saying, but that's not
does it say
healthy.
that healthy? It's not. It's not, bro. I agree.
That's not healthy. That's not helping you accomplish the things you need to accomplish as far as situations pertaining to um your healing process. No, it is not cool to go lay up under somebody, and a lot of them women that do that are dealing with their own inner shit. They need to go
Yeah,
heal. They need to go
it
sit they
makes sense
behind
now.
in a
They
corner
dealing with they
somewhere.
dealing with they dealing with their inner guilt. You right.
Yeah, they dealing with their inner thing. What it is, and let's just be real and frank about the situation. It's about a sexual fulfillment at that time. Let's just be real. It's not about no, oh, I like this person or whatever the case is. It's I need to get up under this person to heal from the previous situation. But in reality, they don't heal from that. A lot of times they get into toxic ass relationships
Yep, that's
and
what I
messed up
better say.
relationships, abusive relationships. It
Oh yeah,
happens
I better say.
all the time.
Oh yeah, man. It's like I said. I was watching this clip. I was watching this clip earlier, man. when I was telling you about this one dude, man, you know, some dudes don't know how to. Some dudes don't know how to take a breakup. Some dudes don't know how to take a breakup, bro. Man, like you got like this one dude that you know, this post ass man. This dude burnt this whole crib down. Nah,
Mm.
burnt his ex's crib down because his exes was talking to because his ex was talking to another dude. And I'm like, man, it's not that serious, bro. But then again, man, the dudes, like the guys today, man, like they don't know how to cope. Like I know how to cope with the pain. Like I go to the gym, you know, like trying to block everything out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
come up with different healing mechanisms. And I'm glad, like you know, we talking. I'm glad we talking like amongst the man going podcast, man, because you know that's helping too, man. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
y'all showing me all these different ways to cope with cope with your feelings, man. Because you know some dudes, man, they don't know how to take breakups today, man. Like I see it on Facebook, man, with these crash out niggas, man. Once their girl finally get the strength within their body to tell them like, hey, man, I'm ready to move on, man. I don't want no ties with you. I'm about to say, man, I don't want to kick it, skate with you, nothing like that. And these niggas,
Right.
and these niggas get on Facebook and whatever, man. They start bashing their women, man, telling man, you'll never find another nigga like me, man. Like I don't never want to get to that point, bro, man.
You know how you don't get to that point? You want to know how?
Oh yeah,
Go sit your ass in the corner and cry it out and deal with your feelings.
oh yeah,
The reason
oh
that
yeah.
dudes do that crashing out stuff and that, oh, she ain't gonna never find a dude like me and all this other stuff is because number one, they feeling some type of way. Number two, they realizing, damn, where did I mess up at? I'm gonna tell you, when I ended my last relationship, because I ended my relationships, I never ever gave a female a chance to end it with me like that. Probably because of an emotional thing and probably because of the one up thing in my head at the time. But I never allowed that. But when I would end my relationships, especially this last one that I ended, I
Ah,
cried,
shit.
bro. I sat in the corner, I cried. I went through all
Hey,
these
bro,
different emotions.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it buck with you, bro.
I did it all.
Bro, I did the same thing. Like, bro, I'm gonna keep it like, bro, I'm gonna keep it buck with you, man. Like this a man gonna podcast. We keep it real. Like, bro, I
Mm-hmm.
knew the relationship that I'm about to say. I knew the relationship died like 5 years ago, bro. 5 years ago, bro. Like you see the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the signs, right? You see the signs right there, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's another. I'm about to say, man. That's another clip I want to play, man, because you know the pastor he made it. He made a great point, man. Like I seen the red flags that was right there, man. But you know, sometimes I'm about to say, man. Sometimes, man, your man is telling you, like, man, okay, your man relationship is dead, but this motherfucker right here is a lot and keep getting in your way. Like, damn, man, continue. I'm about to say, yeah, man, fight for it. Continue. I'm about to say, man, continue. I'm about to say, man, continue to fight for it, man. Continue to fight for it till it's too late. Like once, like till it's too late, man.
Mm-hmm.
Then she had that one-on-one conversation with you, like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
man, it's time for us to go our separate ways. Like I understood, like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I understood because you know I'm not in Chicago no more. You know, I stay in Texas now, man. I moved. You know, I got
Mm-hmm.
up and you know I started a new life for myself. And at the same time, you know, she's in Chicago, and you know, I can't love. I'm about to say I can't love you from a far distance. I can't love you from Dallas, Texas, and you in Chicago. And then again, I'm about to say. Then again, you a whole female at that. You know, females got. I'm about to say female feelings are way stronger than males. So you know,
Mm-hmm.
I had to come to that realization once we had that conversation. Because you know, I ain't even gonna lie. I acted like a big ass kid. I was like, nah, man, what the fuck you mean? I'm about to say, what the fuck you mean it's over with? But then I had to sit down and, you know, pat them in my thoughts and think to myself,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. That's when, you know, your heart, your mind and your heart are always supposed to be in sync. If these two not in sync, if you got your mind thinking differently from your heart, that's what you going. This gonna put you in a fucked up situation. So I had to, let my mind and my heart sync together. I had to get my heart to sync with my mind to
Mm.
make it accept. Like, okay, yeah, y'all, yeah, like, yeah, y'all over it. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, man, but yeah, you might as well get over the fact that y'all gone. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I cried. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I cried. Like, I showed emotion, man. Like, I ain't like as a
Mm-hmm.
man, I ain't got no problem. I have no problem showing no emotions at all,
Mm-hmm.
man. It's just that I have no problem showing no emotions at all, man. But once once I'm done crying and everything and realize who the fuck I am, I'm always keep it pushing. I'm always keep it pushing.
As
But
you
it's like,
should.
man, I'm about to say, man, it's just so hard as a good man to, get over a long term relationship like that, and especially when the relationship was dead a long time ago, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's tough.
Yeah, you know when it's over. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was over when my boundaries weren't respected. I asked my ex to do something, um, and I asked her, like, I don't demand it at all, but I had asked her to do something or asked her to change something or whatever because I felt like it was being detrimental to what we were doing. And she was unwilling to do that. And I knew then, I was like, okay, if you're not willing to make these little changes or these situations, then I don't see where we're gonna survive this situation. And um that's where I was with it. That's what made me leave the last situation. Because I could not deal with the fact that if I'm changing for you, but you're unwilling to change for me, then I
Yes, we can
can't
see
deal
your
with
comments,
that.
mom. Ah, okay, cool. I want to know, we talking about the male's point of view, man. I want to know how females, and y'all feel free to comment, man. Like, I want to know how
Yes,
females,
ladies, feel free to
ladies, I
comment,
want to know how
please.
y'all, I want to know how y'all cope with y'all pain, man. Like how y'all get over a breakup, man. Because in today's societies, man, it's different, man. Most women, man, once they done with a breakup, man, let me see. Let me read the comment. Said that's the most important thing when your significant other do not respect or try to meet with your boundaries. Everything else is out the window. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta read some comments, bro, because
Go
it's some
ahead.
comments that done came in.
Go ahead.
Uh Babe said, I always look at as you break up for a reason that double back seems to cause more problems. That's a whole nother topic within itself, doubling back. That is what you
Oh
don't do.
yeah,
You
like
don't never
Stan.
have sex with the person that you break up with, and you don't never ever call in for nothing. I don't give a damn if you need your furniture moved. You better figure it out. Uh oh yes, we go through the process as well. Personally, for me, it was going out every weekend and drinking. All it did was harm me emotionally and internally. This is Babe saying this. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You start to dive into situations that are unhealthy.
You're right. I'm about to say, yeah, you're right, man. Because most people, would turn to a bottle, man. Because it's like I say, I go to the gym because it's like I don't want because like a man after a breakup, man, like it take an emotional toll on him to a point like it like break him down, it
Hmm.
like break him down a little bit. And I don't want my spirits to get broken down to where I can't well to where I don't want to get up and function in everyday life. No, I want to keep myself moving. I want to keep myself motivated. That's why I'm like, man. Everybody, I'm
So
about to say everybody coach different.
so here's some more comments too. Hold on, bro. It's a lot. Um We also have to look at the reasons for ending the relationship, having time to yourself. You need to learn what you will accept and won't accept, what you bring to the table, being open to the possibility of even getting yourself some therapy. I'm gonna talk about that in a few minutes.
Oh yeah,
Nourish your body is a step. Nourishing your body is a step to healing. Setting boundaries. Set new
yes.
goals. People have forgotten to journal some of their feelings.
And that's an excellent thing, man. Shout out to Big Sis, man, because she actually got me into journaling down my thoughts, man, because I be having so much bottled up in my head, man. I had to pick up, I had to get me a little notebook and whatever, man, and jot down my thoughts, man. That's a big help too, man. Journaling definitely helps.
Journaling definitely helps. Shout out to Quentin. I didn't get a chance to say what's up to him.
Man, I about to say, man, and I about to say, definitely, man, like,
I got
cause
a
your body.
Hold on,
Yeah,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
bro. I got a comment from Chiquita. She said, "That's the most important thing when your significant other do not respect or try to meet with your boundaries. Everything else is out the window. Period." That's exactly what I was talking about. There was a time when I would let my past relationships step on my boundaries and disrespect
And
me
that's
any old kind of way because I wanted to stay in that. But what I learned was to set boundaries. And once those boundaries got crossed, I was ready to go. Like, I don't have to deal with nobody disrespecting me or treating me any
and
old
that's
kind of way.
and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to me, bro, man. And I
Hmm.
feel like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. This man going podcast, man. I'm about to say
That's why we here.
this. I'm about to say I've been through the same thing, man. Because it's like I gave 100. I'm about to say I gave 110% in the relationship, man. And you see the sign. You see the signs of the disrespect or whatever, man. And it's
Hmm.
like at that time, and it's like at that time, man. And you know what, man? I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm gonna keep it buck with you, bro, man. Sometimes, man, I should have listened. I should have listened to the cousin when she
Hmm.
told me when we had went on prom back in 2011. I should have listened to the cousin when she told me to like pay attention to all the red flags. I didn't. I'm about to say, and I didn't. I didn't fully pay attention till like I said, around 2016, 2017, man. That's when I started to see the signs of the disrespect. And bro, I'm like I told you, man, when we talked the other day, man. It's like I knew better, bro, man. I knew better. It's like, man, this right here, this motherfucker right here, your heart, your man is telling you, like, man, man,
I want to tell you so. I
get
want to
your
tell
dumb
you
ass out of there.
such the
But this
wrong things,
motherfucker right
bro.
here,
I want to tell you such the wrong things on how to deal with certain stuff, bro. So you don't,
how you good?
But I don't want to. I don't want to
I'm
steer you
listening.
down the wrong road, bro. But I'm gonna say this to you. Um, you gotta pick and choose who you willing to put your feelings out there to, and you gotta make that discernment within yourself and understand that
Right.
whoever you choose to put those feelings out there with, know that first of all, never ever give your feelings to a female that's not gonna protect your feelings.
And that,
Let
you
me,
know what,
and
bro,
that
man?
goes for
And I'm
women
glad
too.
you
I
said
have to
that.
say
And I'm
that for
glad you
women
said
too.
that. Ladies, I hope you listening.
I hope y'all listening. Don't ever give men don't ever give a woman or any significant other any type of feelings if they're not reciprocating or respecting who you are. Don't ever do that. Cause what you go do is you're gonna put your all into that, and they're just gonna play around with your feelings because they know deep down inside that number one, that they can play on that, and number two, women will attack that. Men do too.
Oh yeah. Oh
Men and
yeah.
women use
Oh
that to
yeah.
their
Oh
advantages.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you about to
Facts.
say, man? I'm about to say, man, you definitely right, bro.
Facts.
You definitely, you definitely right, bro. Women definitely do play off your emotions, man.
Oh, sis said, hugs, bro. You will get through this it's not easy. It's not.
Nah, it's
It's
not. I'm
not.
about to say, don't get me wrong, man. Like I'm not depressed about it. Like, you know, I got over it. That's the reason why I got up and moved down here to Texas, man. I wanted a clean start, man. Like I got
Mm-hmm.
kind of got over it, man. But it's always gonna be that thought. It's always gonna be that thought in the back of my head. But you know, that's why I'm glad we're doing a podcast today, man. And y'all showing me way different ways, man, to cope. You know, to cope with a breakup. To cope with a breakup. You know, like cope with trauma. Period, man. Because you know, it ain't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily going to be a breakup, man. You know, it could be a past trauma that happened in your life, man. That you know, like it's so hard for you to cope with, man. Or it's so hard for you to let go. Like it's so hard for you to let go, man. Like it ain't necessarily got to be a breakup. Like it could be something tragic that happened back in your lifetime, man. And you know, it takes people a long time to like
Mm-hmm.
cope with that, you know, to cope with that pain.
It does. It takes a. That's why I said you have to be willing to sit in a corner and just deal with your feelings, man. You have to know how to deal with your feelings, how to process your feelings, and stop messing with people. I gotta say this to men and women. Stop messing with people who don't know how to emotionally deal with you.
Nah, they don't know how to, exactly.
Let me explain what I mean real quick before we go segging away. So, what I mean is that when you deal with somebody that don't know how to emotionally deal with you, let's just be honest. There's a lot of men out here who have never had therapy, who have never dealt with their
Nope,
inner feelings, who have never
nope,
expressed their inner feelings. They've been told the same
nope.
thing we've all been told as men. Um, you as a man, stand on your toes, f all that crying, forget all that whining and doing all that, man. Stand on your 10. But what happens is when you tell a young boy that or a young man that he
That's
he
what
is
make them crash the fuck
emotionally
up.
he is emotionally unavailable, and you turn to a man. When women always have this idea that they can fix a man. I can fix him. I can make him better. I can contort him to the way I want him to be. A man will never ever be a man until he's ready to stand on that 10. He will never ever know
Exactly.
how to deal with a woman until he's ready to deal with himself. Because if you can't deal with yourself and look yourself in the mirror and deal with your own
That's-
shit, you ain't gonna never deal
Exactly.
with your woman shit. Nor are you going to
Exactly.
ever heal whatever your woman might come into a situation. She might not be healed, but you are healed. But because you are healed, that gives her a reason to be healed. So you can't never ever come into a situation where you're not healed and where you're not ready to deal with whatever comes in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You
Oh yeah,
gotta know what you're
definitely.
doing. Oh, let me read these comments, bro. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah, like, you read this
Um,
comment.
Take it one day at a time, manifest what you really want, and it will come to you before you even know it. Chiquita,
Okay.
I
That's
agree
right.
with you, Queen. That is absolutely correct because I did it. I literally sat there for a year and a half. I would write comments on Facebook, do all different things. I manifested my relationship that I'm in right now. I did. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. There is no such thing as a perfect relationship. But is
Exactly.
it healthier than what I was in before? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It says Big Sis says this is close to home.
mhm.
I was stuck in a relationship way too long, almost 20 years, when I should have left within the first 2 or 3 years. The only blessings I got out of it was my son. Please also never stay in the relationship because of the children. It makes things worse. I agree.
Let's talk about that.
Oh
Let's talk
yeah, I'm
about
about to
that.
say, man,
Go
just
ahead,
because
bro.
you got, I'm about to say, yeah, man, definitely agree, man. You know, I had to come to the realization too, man. Like, bro, I'm gonna keep it buck with you, man. Like, I had to come to the realization too, man. Like, you know, like you said, you gotta sit down. You gotta sit down and reevaluate yourself and look in the mirror and see where the fuck you went wrong at, man. But like when once reality like finally sink in, man. you gotta look at it this way, bro, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 32. I'm about to say I'm 32 and 0, bro. I don't have no. I'm about to say I don't have no kids. So in
You
the
a
back of my
unicorn, my
head,
man.
there you go. On the back of my head, I'm like, man, you ain't got no damn kids, man. Go the fuck. I'm about to say, go live your fucking life, man. But it's like I said, I fully got over it. But it's like you pour so much into that pour so much into that one person, man. It's like some men like take it like, damn, I pour so much in this one person, man. It's
We've
hard to
all
move.
been there, bro. Let me tell you one thing. I've been there. I poured my all into a situation,
I hear it.
not to get no kind of reciprocation back, no love, no nothing. I've done it. We've all been in situations like that. We've all been in situations where we stay a little bit too long in the
Yeah,
relationship, knowing we should
yeah.
have got our black behind up out of it, or whatever color behind you got. We should have got out of it a long time ago. Should I have
Way
left
long time ago, bro.
my relationship previous? Probably a long ass time ago. But I stuck in it because I loved her and I cared about her and she reciprocated that. But when it started crossing boundaries and disrespect, I was out. That's another thing also. Never, ever, ever. I don't give a damn what it is. Ladies, men, do not sit in relationships with people just because y'all got kids. I can't tell you how many marriages I've seen where they are unhappy as hell, but they in it for the kids. So when the kids leave, they go get a divorce or do whatever they do, and it's just what it is. Don't ever, ever stay with somebody because y'all got kids together. That's unhealthy. It's not gonna work. Yes, you can manage the situation, you can co-manage, you can do all the things, but it will not be healthy when you're sitting in a relationship with somebody that you can't stand, and then every day you get up, you look at them, you can't stand their bad breath, their booty stank, all the whole thing. You can't deal with it, but you
It's the
staying
whole.
in it for the
It's the.
kids. No, that's unhealthy. That is
It's
unhealthy.
the. It's the whole energy thing too, man. Cause it's like ain't nothing like when y'all first met, man, and you know that energy. You know you feel that energy and that vibe, and it's like once y'all get together, like
Mm.
the first year, the second year, the third year, man, then it's like them good vibes starting to turn into weird vibes because now you starting to like feel some type of tension, like nah, man, something going on, like something going on, and you know. Today's females, bro, man, like I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. You know, today's females are very, very sneaky, bro. Like very sneaky. So you know, you don't know. Y'all about to say, man. That's why I say it's so hard for a man to cope. Like sometimes it's so hard for a man to cope because you know you don't know if sometimes if that woman really is like that woman really do love you or if she love you or if she love you because she provides for you, man. It's just so many fucked up things, bro, man. But it's another clip I want to play with this pastor too.
Go
It
ahead.
says, and it says, stop looking. Big Sis says, stop looking at other people's relationships, wanting what they got, and bringing their drama to your relationship.
I'm gonna talk about
Exactly.
that as soon as you show your clip. I'm gonna talk about that. What she just said.
Yeah, man. Let me pull up this clip real quick, man, because the pastor he said, I about to say he said something. I shared it on my story too, and
Mm-hmm.
he made perfectly good sense of what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me pull it up very quick because I was just looking at it. Hold on, is this still on my story? All right, yeah, there you go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me play it back. What's blocking you from walking or stepping into what's new for you is the fact that every time you take something from you, you chase it. That's heavy. Why would it stop? Why would y'all stop, motherfucker? Walking I'm sorry, man. Let me play that back again.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, man. I had to play that back again, man, because I didn't even think it was gonna
Go ahead.
stop like that.
Message. Get what you want to receive in and out of the
Okay,
relationship.
there you go.
Absolutely.
All right, here you go.
Blocking you from walking or stepping into what's new for you is the fact that every time God takes something from you, you chase it.
Oh yeah.
That's heavy.
Say that louder.
Jay, put this in your notes. Because every person you lose ain't a loss.
Amen.
Thank you. 3,000 people here, and only me and you caught that, girl. Every person you lose ain't a loss. You wanna know what I discovered? Some of us, we don't mind letting people go. But it seems like we get triggered when people walk away from us. Because you believe so much in yourself. You're trying to back, you wrestling with the fact of why would they leave me? I love right, I'm faithful, I'm loyal, I'll fight for you, I'll give you my last. And you so caught up on the fact that they left you, that you now, the only way to fix it in your brain is for you to go get them back and prove them that you can be what they need. When you don't realize they didn't leave you. God removed them. You saw they back. You didn't see the hand of God pulling them up.
Amen.
And I don't know who I'm preaching to, but in 2025, I am not chasing anything that's willing to walk out of my life. If God is saying what's blocking.
And you know, he made. I about to say, I felt like, in a way, bro, man, I felt like that pastor was talking to me, man, because it made a lot
He
of
was.
damn
He was
sense.
talking to you because he
I
was
felt,
telling
man,
you
I felt all that shit, bro, man.
what's meant for you will be meant for you, bro. That's why I always tell cats, like, it don't matter. That's why Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, used to say it's not a sprint, bro. It's a marathon. Cause it is. It's a marathon, bro. People jump in and out of relationships because they looking for something that they're not getting. People
Yes.
leave in it, people leave you, go away from you, relationships in, and you feel like, damn, it's all on me. What I do wrong? Sometimes it might not even been what you did wrong. It might have been, it's just that season is over. It's time to go. But people they sit in relationships far too long sometimes, and it's like God done threw you 3 life rafts. Like, it's time to go. And you just the steady drowning and drowning because you want to sit in it, or you want to be in it, or you're uncomfortable to leave that situation. But in reality,
And
what it is you're more than capable of standing on your own 10. Like the pastor just said, I'm not finna argue, I'm not finna fight, I'm not finna fuss, I'm not finna do none of that. If you're not meant to be in my life, you not gonna be in it. And I ain't gonna feel bad about it. God clearly cleared the deck from you being out of the life of my life for a reason. And I'm out of yours for a reason. Those reasons we don't know. But clearly it ain't meant. It ain't meant to be. It ain't meant for us to be in that season with each other anymore. That's what
I
it
have,
is. That's what it was for you, bro.
it
That
was,
season was over. You were in that. You were in that for many, many years. You dealt with a lot of crap, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say you didn't. I'm not gonna put your business out there, but you dealt
I'm
with a
not,
lot of
man.
crap.
I'm about to say we talk. I'm about to say, man. You know, we talk, man. I'm about to say, you know, man. I've dealt with a lot. I dealt with a lot of shit.
Yes,
I'm about to say, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, man. Like I'm not about to sit up here and act like you know I was,
yes.
playing all innocent. Like, oh man, I ain't did nothing. I played everything by the books. I fucked up. I'm about to say I fucked up too. One thing about me as a man, I have no problem with accountability. If I know I fucked up, man, I'm gonna pinpoint why I fucked up at, and I'm gonna correct that fuck up. But
Having
at the same,
discernment as a man is a powerful thing, and it's a great thing. You have to know where you messed up, where you effed up. I could easily tell you where I effed up in each and every one of my relationships. You know what I did, bro? When I ended my relationships, because I was still cool with a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. I had to process and heal first, and then I came back around and we became cool. But once I got done, I ended that. But what I did was I went to therapy. And my therapist at the time told me, she said, you need to apologize to each and every woman that you were in a relationship with. And I said, why I got to apologize? She said, it's a healing process. The reason you apologize is because, as you admitted to me, there was things in the relationship that you didn't do correctly. And the woman that you separated from or didn't decide to be in a relationship with anymore, she's dealing with that. Whatever bad juju you put out there, or whatever you didn't do, you wasn't there emotionally, you wasn't there physically, whatever the case is, you left a void there that you need to heal from, and she needs to heal from. Sometimes simply apologizing to the person that you were with is a healing process for you. And that's exactly what I did. I apologized to them. I said, look, I know where I was wrong. I know where I went wrong. I was not there for you. I was not emotionally ready. I was emotionally immature. I was disrespectful. I disregarded who you were as a woman and as the woman that I was with and my mate. I was wrong and I was out of pocket. And I apologize to you for that. And they loved it. They were like, wow, that's some growth.
I did the same thing, bro, man. Like when
Yeah.
I about to say we talked and I broke it down and I'm like, man, look, I apologize. Like I said, one thing I ain't got no problem is accountability. I'm like, man, look, I went down a list of things where I knew I messed up at 100%, man. It's like I said, man, I want to see that next person. I want to see that next person happy, even though even through the disrespect and everything that I've been through, man. I don't wish that. I'm about to say, I don't wish no bad on nobody, man. Like I want you to see it. I want you to. I'm about to say, I want you to be better. I want you to, succeed. I want you to be happy in life, man. I want you to experience and all that. But one thing I notice amongst men that women don't do, man, is they never hold themselves accountable. Now I apologize, but
some of them don't. Some of
and
them
they
will
just
hold themselves accountable.
nah, I about to say, now she didn't hold herself. Now she didn't hold herself accountable like the way I think she should have held herself accountable. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, she did apologize. She did apologize. She was like, "Yeah, I hope you do find the woman. I hope you do find the woman of your dreams." But she was like, "But time." I'm about to say, man, the time was fun while it lasted, man. And I already knew that it was coming to an end because once you sit down with the aunties and the sisters and everything, man, you already know it's out. I'm about to say, you already know the end is near. Because I'm about to say, anytime a female sit down with her sisters and the aunties, her mama, they starting to have that one-on-one conversation. That's why I say women have support to go to when they're going through it. But once the mama, the sisters, the aunties, and the female friends get involved, man, they start getting in the ear. What R. Kelly say, when a woman's fed
Oh,
up.
that's a great comment. I'm gonna say this to you, bro. I'm gonna read these comments first, and then I'm gonna piggyback off what you
Go ahead.
just said. Um, Wifey said, treat that relationship like a baseball team. Everyone has a role to play. I agree with that. It's too
Agreed.
much energy, Chiquita. It's too much energy being wasted and lost going back and forth. Either we're going to compromise and come together or go our separate ways. Simple as that. There's no time to waste to be going back and forth and arguing with somebody and trying to fix stuff that can't be fixed and trying to mold somebody into some. Let me say this, man. I think K. Michelle made a song called "You Can't Raise a Man," and you can't.
You can't. I'm about
A
to say you
man is
can't.
a man is gonna be a man. A woman is gonna be a woman. You cannot raise a woman to be a woman. You cannot
I
raise
get
a man to
definitely. I'm
be
about
a
to say.
man.
I'll get definitely. If that's one thing I've always accepted in life, man. I'm
Hmm.
about to say female. I'm about to say that's the number one thing, man. That had to sink into my head, man. Like females come and go. Females gonna do them regardless, man. Ain't no need for me to, sit up there, fight about, get mad and fight about it, get into it with another dude because you talking to my ex and everything, man. Like, no, I ain't gonna never like. I'm not gonna never get to that point, bro. Like, I ain't gonna never get to that point, bro. Like, I ain't one of them. I'm not one of them jealous niggas, man. But like, far as like, coping, accepting the fact, like, hey, what's done is done. It's gonna take a while.
Hmm.
It's a for a man, it ain't no time frame for a man to heal. But for a woman, research said it takes 3 months depending on how well the relationship went.
That's a lie. It depends on the person. It depends on the person. It depends on the situation. Um, I can't completely say. Um, I can't completely say that. Sis said, "Yeah, it's done because everyone that's in her circle from here on out, when something goes wrong, they will feed her all the negativity about you." I gotta say this before we get off this,
Oh yeah.
cause
That
Bay has
yes.
hit it right on the
Yes.
head, and I gotta say
Yeah,
this:
right on the head.
if you are in a relationship with somebody, and I had to learn this too, when you're in a relationship with somebody, stop telling your friends and stop telling your family the things that go on. Let me tell you why.
Females gonna always do that, bro, man.
I
Females
know
gonna
they
always do that.
shouldn't, and I'm gonna tell you why though. Because what's gonna happen is, first of all, let me tell you about the listening ear. Sometimes that listening ear is not the best ear to be telling somebody something to.
Cause they be
That
plotting.
listening ear will plot and will sit back and destroy your situation from within. Especially if you got, let's say, a woman got a good man. He does everything he need to do. Another woman will see that. That's her friend, and will come to that woman like, nah, he's such and such girl. He don't this and that and this and that. You need to put him to the curb, and you need to this and that. By the time you look up, you not only having problems in your relationship, but now the person don't even want to be with you no more. But what your friend will do is go behind your back and try to get with that person like it was justified and it was okay.
Oh yeah.
Men do this as well. That's why you don't telling Negroes about your woman, bro. I
Now
gotta
I don't
say
never
this to men. Stop telling Negroes about your woman. Cause all they're doing is sitting back
and
envisioning what
fly.
she can do for them.
Exactly. Like I feel more like I feel because you my brother. I feel I'll come to you and talk to you if I'm having a female problem before I even dare go to my
Oh yeah,
homeboys,
I don't
man.
do nothing after my
'Cause,
brothers. We don't
I
we
did
I
that.
barely drink after my brothers. We
I
don't do
did
that.
that like bro. I did that the last time with the girl that I did like recently just broke up with, bro. Man, I
Mm-hmm.
did that the last time. This had to be about like 5, 6, 7 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, man. Come to find out, man. Come to find out, man. A couple of years later, I found out, man. He in her inbox. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I know. Okay. Oh, okay. I know not to tell. Okay, I know not to tell you nothing. So that's when I knew. That's when I knew, like, man, I feel more comfortable, talking to you as a brother, man, than I do with my homeboys, man. Because your homeboys ain't gonna tell you nothing but gonna
They not
clown.
gonna tell you nothing right. Don't get me wrong. I got a group of homies that's gonna tell me what's real. And that I know my guys ain't gonna go behind my back and do me dirty. I know them dudes. But the thing is, a lot of times, hold on, me and Bay was guilty in the beginning of our relationship, but we learned our lessons though. We handle our ish in house now. I can confess that story. I used to run to
Exactly.
my family. I used to go to my homies, my partners, One of my best friends is a female. Not that she ever gave me bad advice on my relationship. She always gave me great advice. She never ever steered me in the direction of just leave her and do this and do that. She never did that. She always gave me good advice. But
Oh
going
yeah.
to your family, going to some of your friends, especially if you got every dude got a friend who a hoe.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep it real. And every female know they got a friend in their group. You know who the hoe is in your group. We're gonna be real and grown on this situation. We know.
Oh
We
yeah.
all got a group of friends, and we all got a friend that we know will hump a hole in the wall if he could.
Oh hell yeah.
We
Oh
all
hell yeah.
know a chick that got a female friend that will hump a cucumber if she could. So
Oh yeah. That's
those don't ever tell them your business whatsoever.
nah,
Whatsoever.
nah, and I told you that situation about. Nah, I'm about to say we're gonna talk about that on camera. 'Cause I'm about to say I can definitely relate to
Yeah,
that,
we'll
but
talk about that. Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's like I said, out of respect for her, I'm not gonna sit up there and put the business
Yeah,
out
we
on
ain't gonna
Facebook.
put it out there. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
about to say
respect that.
I'm about to
That's
say
why I ain't use no
that's not
names,
what I
bro.
do.
I ain't use no names. Yep.
Like that's why I use no names neither, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the one thing I didn't do when I was in a relationship, bro, man. Like the problems never hit Facebook, bro, man. Like that's the one thing I learned about being in a relationship, bro, man. Keep your relationship, and that's the one lesson I learned out of all this, bro, man. Keep your relationship and social media separate from each other, man, because
Ooh-wee.
I'm about to say social media. I'm about to say social media is messy as hell when it comes to relationships, man. Because
Say it loud, bro. Social media
man,
had your relationship fucked up.
man, social media got all these relationships all fucked up, man. Because they want this type of relation, they want this type of relationship, man. They want this Russell Wilson and Sierra type of relationship. It's either you Russell Wilson or Sierra 1 minute, or you fucking Kirk Frost and Bambi the next minute.
Ooh, Lord.
So man, I'm about to say they want these type of relationships on
Mm.
social media, man. And that's not when I base my relationship off of. Man, I'm an old school lover, man. I go strictly. I'm an old school lover,
Mm-mm.
man. I like to go to work. I like to go to work. Come home to my lady, man. Be the provider and the man in the home, man. Take you out on dates, man. Whenever you ready, man. Like, hey, you boy, hey, let's go out on dates. Hey, play everything type of books. That's the type of cat. That's the type of cat I am when it comes to relationships, man. But social media play a big part of why all these relationships are fucked up now today, man, and why marriages don't even. We talked about it before, man. Why marriages don't even last past 2 to 3 years, man. This whole social media thing. That's the only thing I learned from being in. I was about to say that's like one of the biggest things I learned from being in a relationship, bro. Man, is always keep your relationship separate from social media.
They said I used to be guilty of running the social media, but back then I was being a beast about mines and wanted everyone to know, but I will not do that anymore. Yeah, you learn and you mature. Before we get out of
Oh
here, I
yeah.
got to talk about that. You learn and you mature and you grow from those situations, the going lives, the talking about your personal relationships, the whole um thing of putting everything out on Facebook. I think that is the most idiotic and immature and most toxic thing that you could do. I used to do it too. I think we've all done it at some point.
I gotta say I did it back in high
Yeah,
school, bro.
we've all done it. We've all
It,
done
I
it.
gotta say, it got to the point, even with the disrespect, that I was going through, bro.
Mhm.
I still did not run to Facebook and put all our business out there, man. Because at the end of the day, man, when a man, in my opinion, when a man runs to Facebook, man, and air out all their personal business, man, about what's going on in the household, man, that makes a man look very feminine.
Yeah,
Like
you
you
look
know,
real chatty patty, my
like you
guy.
got like man, it makes you look real feminine going to Facebook
Yeah,
and telling everybody like, yeah, man, this bitch ain't shit, man. I'm about to say I do all this for her, man.
you
I
look
don't
real
get that.
chatty
I
patty.
don't get that type of respect in return. No, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna never. I'm about to say I ain't gonna never put your business out on Facebook, man. Put your business out there, man. I'm about to say whatever happened between us is between us. And now I see why people are keeping their relationships private from social media. I strongly I about to say, and that's why I went wrong there because I'm on social media because I was one of them cats, man. I love to show off my lady, man. Like I love to get on Facebook and be like, hey, man, this is my lady, man. Happy Valentine's Day, happy birthday, man. I shout out my lady, man. Shout out my lady, letting her know, man, how much I love and appreciate her, though, bro, man. But at the same time, you doing that automatically, in my opinion, that automatically open the doors to like another nigga, like, oh man, this nigga soft. Let me go ahead, jump in her inbox or whatever, man. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened on my end. Like, I'm not gonna sit up there and dwell on it, sit up in the corner and ball up like, oh man, I'm trying to figure out why we're wrong here and there, man. Like, nah, I accept the fact, bro, man. It's just that, you know, I'm glad that I hope I let it out there, man. Everybody came up with different solutions and ways to cope with it, man. Like this podcast was really needed today, bro.
Yeah, bro. I know you needed the info. I know other people needed the info.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely, man.
Shout out to you. Let me say this to you, bro, before we get off of here. Before we get to our man gone and then we go get off of here. Let me say this to you. I admire the fact that you were able to come on here and express yourself and put yourself out there and be vulnerable. That is not an easy thing to do as a man, period, let alone a
nah,
human being. Um, it's not easy, bro, to put your feelings out there about a person you're with, a person you broke up with, or whatever the case is that you're going through, whatever you're going through. It is not easy to put that out there into the public. But also know that it's okay what you're doing. I'm gonna give you a suggestion, and you can take it or not,
I'm not.
whatever way you
I
want to
listen.
do it.
I
I'm gonna give
listen.
you a
I'm good.
suggestion. If I were you, I would get to know some ladies before I completely jump in anything. So
That's exactly. And you know what, bro, man?
I would literally, bro,
That's exactly
no
what.
lie to you, I would literally take like 6 months to a year before I even thought about jumping in anything with anybody.
You know what, bro? And that's the same thing I said, bro, man. Because I was going off of looks. I about to say, what I went wrong at, bro, is I was going off of looks and not paying attention to the personality. Because
Mm-hmm.
females can, females can look good than a motherfucker, man, but they looks don't match their personality. Their personality can be
Most of the
ugly to a
cute ones are
motherfucker.
cuckoo.
Like 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 man, I like a female, with a personality, man. Like something something I can vibe with. Like I can talk to a female like how me and you talking right now. I can talk to a female and express my feelings to her, and she'll give me an excellent feedback to it, man. Like that's why I look for in a female now, man. See, back then I wasn't paying attention. I was just going off of damn, she look good, damn, she thick as hell, not paying attention to her personality or the red flags that came along with it. And that's why I fucked up at not paying attention to the red flags, looking at the features more than the flags, basically.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I especially men of my generation, they did not listen to Belle Biv DeVoe.
That girl is
They
poison.
told you. What did he
Never
tell
told
you in that song? Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Nah, yeah, bro, and
Cause they poison.
that they're poison. I'm about to say that, you know, I didn't pay attention to that, bro, because I'm like, man, I'm about to say I seen the red flag, man. I wasn't paying attention. All I was looking at was the face and the ass. And I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, man, I got this badass woman at home, man. But it's like, once the years start to progress, man, and you know, once them red flags do start to show and you see it yourself, it's like, damn, man, why the fuck? Like, damn, man, why the fuck I didn't go with my gut back then?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, man, that's part of life, man. Life comes with lessons, man. That's one of the biggest lessons I had to learn.
You gonna be all right, young bull. You gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm about to say I'm not no. I'm about to say it ain't like I'm no ugly ass nigga. I'm about to say, man, look, the day pool will always look good on my end. It's just like, man, I gotta learn. You know, I had to learn. You know, to watch signs. You know, pay attention to our personality more than the looks. And I'm about to say, you could be the ugliest woman on the fucking planet, man. But if your personality stands out. you got a beautiful soul, man. Then hell yeah, I'm gonna pursue you. Hell yeah. I'm about to say, basically, man, all I ask for in a woman, man, just listen. Like when you talk, like when a man is going through it, man, because men, they don't have resources to go to and talk to when they're going through it, except for what they have at home, which is their woman. Why? That's why I'm glad you and Big Sis, y'all relationship is the way it is, because you know, whenever you down or whenever you out, man, you always got that one woman that you can go to and talk to, man. That's gonna give you great feedback and lift your spirits up.
She all right. No, I'm just playing. Nah, she great, man. She dope.
Oh yeah, she definitely.
I couldn't
good,
ask
man.
for a better woman. She is the cat's meow. She is all of that and a bag of chips. But before we get up out of here,
definitely, man. I'm about to say, man, go
you
ahead
got a
with the
man
man
gone, bro?
Nah, I'm about to say I ain't got one. No, man, I got the perfect one, man. My man gone the other day, man, and I don't know if you heard the breaking news from earlier, man, but it goes to the Denver Nuggets. I don't know if you heard, man.
Yeah, I heard.
They just fired.
That was dumb as hell.
They just fired Coach Malone and Calvin Booth, man, and they only 4 games left in the season, man, before they hit the playoffs.
I know a team that need them right now.
I know. I'm about to say, man. I'm gonna say, man, get the fuck on with the Denver Nuggets, because first of all, you had until the middle of the season. You had the beginning of the season, the middle, the All-Star break, the middle of the season, and the All-Star break to address these issues between Coach Malone and his players. For what I heard, Coach Malone was kind of straightforward with his players, man. Like they was full of shit. And he was saying they full of shit. You know, they come to practice and they're not practicing. They're not practicing hard enough. Like, and everything's starting to come to a head. Like Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook. I'm about to say a couple of more players started to come out and be like, hey, man, well, Coach, I'm about to say, man, Coach going a little hard or whatever, man. Like, that's what made them, made the decision, like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut you. We're gonna go ahead and cut the GM Calvin Booth. First of all, man, why y'all wait till now where they damn near about to go into the playoffs? You got an assistant coach. Of course he's the assistant coach. He knows the playbook from the back of his hand, but it's not like he's the head coach. They putting that assistant coach in a Doc Rivers situation. You remember when Mike Budenholzer got fired and Doc Rivers had to come in. No, Adrian Griffin. Remember, Adrian Griffin got fired.
Yeah, he got fired, and the team was winning.
Doc Rivers had to come in and pick up where he left off at. Even Doc Rivers said, man, he was like, I won't wish this job on nobody, man, because I'm coming to a team where, yes, it's a good team, but at the same time, though, man, I don't know much about this team, man, because it's like I understand the record of where we're at now, but at the same time, it's like man, I don't know how to lead. I don't know how to lead this team, man, because you know it ain't like it's not like the last coach. The last coach got his system set. I'm supposed to fix what he created.
I'm gonna say this, man. Didn't the Nuggets win the chip a couple years ago?
Yes, back in 2022.
Bro, let me say this to you. And they were going into the playoffs, I believe, correct?
Yeah, number three seed.
They the number 3 seed.
Number 4 seed.
Here's the thing. I got a team that need them right now. It's called the Chicago Bulls. But I digress. I wish the Bulls would hire them because I'm sick of Billy Donovan. I'm sick of the front office. I'm sick of them. Get rid of them. Throw them out. Can we get them 2 dudes from Denver? Because my one thing Coach Malone know how to do is coach. I know this as a fact. He's been a couple places and has turned it around. So I know for a fact, and you can win a title with Jokic. Listen, you can win a title with Jokic, the most out of shape center you ever seen in your life, but will drop a 40 bucket on your head with no problems.
Yes.
You can win a title with that dude. I need you as my coach. I need you. I don't know what Denver thinking about. I don't know what's going on with Denver. I don't know what the owner was on. I don't give a damn if the players came in there and said that he was beating the hell out of them.
You need that type.
Fire a coach towards the end of the season, going into a playoff run. That is the most dysfunctional crap I've ever seen in my life.
Same situation with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's just all right. That's your man gone. I got a lot to say to that. But I got to do my man gone. My man gone for the day is this case out of Texas that's going on right now. So if you've been living under a rock, there's a young man by the name of Carmelo Anthony, not to be confused with the NBA Hall of Famer. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony, the Hall of Famer. But there's a young man by the name of Carmelo Anthony from Centennial High School in Frisco, Texas, who unalived another young man by the name of Austin Metcalf. They were the same age, went to different schools. Austin went to Memorial High School in Frisco, Texas. Carmelo went to Centennial High School in Texas. Apparently, and I'm going to make it short, the young man Carmelo was sitting under a tent at a track meet that was used for the opposing school. He had permission from one of the teachers to go sit under there because he knew some of the kids from the school. He actually knew the young man, Austin Metcalf, as well. Him and Austin Metcalf, I believe, were friends. They had several incidents where I guess they got into it. You know, teenage things. Teenagers get into it every day and make up and kiss all the time. So apparently this particular day, Mr. Austin and his twin brother, who I don't know his name. I don't know his name. But the twin brothers were trying to remove Carmelo from this said tent that belonged to their school's track team. They asked him to move. He said, I don't have to move. I have permission to be here. Carmelo, Austin attempted to physically remove him. They were trying to intimidate him. And Carmelo told him, if you put your hands on me, you're going to see what happens. Austin attempts to put his hands on the young man to remove him from the tent. Mm-hmm. That is when the unaliving ensued. He was being intimidated. He was being punked. And he was basically, I have no doubt in my mind that they were going to jump this young man. About a month prior to that, the young man, Austin, and his brother broke this young man's phone, Carmelo Anthony's phone.
Wow.
They've had several incidents where they had a scuff up. These young men, this situation is very near and dear to me. And I'm going to say, man, go on to this because there are a lot of people on Twitter right now that are racially motivating this situation where it is as simple as black and white, and you can see it as simple as black and white. This young man, Carmelo, was defending himself. He felt intimidated. He felt scared. He already had incidents with these young men, and they proceeded to physically remove him from a place that he was allowed to sit. That sounds a lot like Rosa Parks to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this.
Oh, man, I got one more man going before we leave, man.
I'm going to say this. For Austin Metcalf and his family, I am so sorry that happened. It shouldn't have happened. Condolences to you and your family. Absolutely. But one thing you have to teach your kids out here, folks, is to keep their hands to themselves.
Yes,
you
man.
Do not put your hands on somebody, number one, without their permission, and number two, to physically move somebody because you simply don't want them there.
Exactly,
it's
man.
Never okay to put your hands on anybody. That is assault.
That's definitely assault, man. You need it. Definitely, it's important for the kids, to teach your kids that it's not okay to be bullied.
Keep your hands.
Keep your hands to yourself. First of all, man, it's not like back then, man. See, kid put their hand on you, man. The first thing they gonna do, man, they ain't gonna pick up no weapon. They gonna beat your ass. These kids today not gonna play with you. You put your hands on them, man. They gonna kill you. They gonna kill you. That's why I say, man,
they go get you. These kids don't play out here. These kids don't play. These parents don't play. You do not put your hand on nobody. Carmelo is the same situation. One thing in Texas is they have a law. It's called stand your ground. Mm-hmm. That young man stood his ground. He felt threatened. He felt scared. He felt disrespected. He did what he felt like he needed to do. This is the same situation. This is the same situation with George Zimmerman. He felt threatened. This happened in Florida. He felt threatened. He felt like Trayvon was going to charge him, even though Trayvon had no weapon, no nothing. The man got away because in their eyes, it is self-defense. This young man did the exact same thing. Did he mean to do it? Probably not. Was he trying to defend himself? Absolutely, because in reports, it's saying that the young man, Carmelo, told the police, they said, well, we have the suspect in custody. And Carmelo told them, I'm not a suspect. I did it. So you don't have a suspect. You have the person that did it. He also told them, I wasn't trying to do that. I felt threatened. And he asked, was the boy okay? To me, that don't sound like somebody trying to unalive somebody. That sounds like a young man that was scared and he did what he had to do because he was scared.
He gave them a warning and they didn't listen, man.
And they didn't listen to the warning, and unfortunately, this is what happens. But go ahead, bro.
All right, man. We got one more before I go, man. So my man going another day. I don't know if you heard, man, but the Black History, I'm about to say the Black African Museum. I don't know what museum that was, man. But they were talking about the Underground Railroad. From when I come to find out, is that they erased Harriet Tubman. They erased Harriet Tubman history from that website, bro, man. And I say, man, get the fuck on. Because I don't think we fella realize, man. See, I hate that this social media shit, man, and all this, we got all this distractions in the world, man. They got our eyes covered. To the point, man, like we don't see or hear what the fuck going on. It's like I said 100 times, bro, man. when you don't know your history, or those who don't know that history are doomed to repeat it, man. I already knew back in 2016 when Trump first got hired in as president, man. I already knew that, he was gonna try his best to erase slavery from history the best way possible, man, because I'm about to say, man, they making it seem like Black history is not important at all when Black history played a monumental part of how America got built. And they erasing everything like what we did didn't matter, when at the same time, though, you wouldn't have no car, you wouldn't have no fucking boat. I'm about to say, nothing man-made in America wouldn't be here today, man, if it weren't for the color of their skin right here.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm not surprised. It's not surprising to me to see what happened. It's unfortunate. I'm tired of seeing our history being erased. But what's happening in this country, and if they haven't realized it yet, I don't know what to tell them. But we are literally being rewind back to the 60s.
Yes.
And what's happening is people aren't realizing, Black folks realize it. We went through it, our ancestors went through it, our relatives went through it. We still got relatives alive today that went through that. So we get the information from them. We've been through this. This is nothing new. If you noticed over the weekend, there was protests, but you didn't see a lot of Black people. Because we don't get out there. We're not going to continue to get out in these streets and fight battles for people that are not willing to be allies to us as a people.
We told they dumb asses before the election even hit, like, hey, don't vote for this.
This is what he finna do. This is what he about.
Kamala Harris herself, all because they didn't want a woman running the United States. I understand that, man, but you need to listen to the messenger. Kamala Harris said that, man. Look, all what I told y'all what he was gonna do. It's starting to. I'm about to say, he doing it now.
Bro, do you realize we're not even a year into this man being in the White House?
Nah, man, we only 4-5 months into this shit, man.
It's gonna get worse.
I'm about to say, it's definitely gonna get worse, man. But I still smell an impeachment, man, because it's only so far you can go as a president with felonies.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If they couldn't keep him out the White House during the election, they're not gonna do it with an impeachment. They're not gonna do it at this point, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. We're fucked.
Oh yeah, basically, I'm about to say, ain't no
better word. We're fucked. So all we can do is make sure that we cool, our household's cool. Make sure we got food. Make sure we got all the things, the essentials, all the stuff, and making sure our kids are okay. Making sure everything is paid, everything is done the way it needs to be done, because it's about to get worse. Watch what I tell you. It's gonna get worse. But
it's definitely gonna get worse, man. But we're gonna go on here, wrap it up.
Let's get on out of here, man. We've been on here for a minute.
Hey man, before we log off, man, I definitely appreciate y'all, man, with all the comments, man. All the comments and the feedback with with coping with healing, man. Because it's like I said, this podcast was very important today, man. Because it kind of like build like a kind of a self confidence inside myself. Now that I've heard y'all point of views and everything, man. I appreciate y'all a lot, man. Like, this was an excellent topic today, man. God bless y'all, and I love y'all for commenting, man, giving y'all views on how y'all cope with pain. And definitely shout out Big Sis, man. Definitely go check her out with the cups, man. You see bro over there with the cups. Definitely
Miss Lady Johnson. That is her name.
Miss Lady Johnson on Facebook, man. Definitely go look up Sis, man. Definitely go check her out. Definitely shout out to Raymond, man. Shout out to our other brother, Raymond. Shout out to Matrix. Definitely shout out Matrix, man. We got to get you on the podcast one day, man. You need to start
Yeah.
Definitely shout out Matrix, man. Shout out Raymond. Raymond on the beat. If y'all don't know by now, man, check him and Love Peter out, man. They coming out with something new. Definitely go check them out,
New
man.
hotness.
Yes, man. Definitely go check them out, man. It's like I said before, man. Peace and love to everybody that watched, man. We thank y'all for liking, for commenting, for all the shares, man. We will be back on tomorrow live at 2:30 Eastern time. So, you know, man, peace and love to everybody, man. God bless y'all tonight. And as me and bro always say, man, gone.